Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Holy Bible in a year as part of discipling. We are currently in the book of First Samuel, chapter 3, and we're looking at God's revelation to Samuel. After he's already revealed himself to Eli through an oracle. So here it goes. During the time young Samuel was minister to the Lord under Eli, a revelation of the Lord was uncommon back then and visions infrequent. One day, Eli was asleep in his usual place. His eyes had lately grown so weak that he could not see. The lamp of God was not yet extinguished, and Samuel was sleeping in the temple of the Lord where the ark of God was. The Lord called to Samuel, who answered. The Lord called to Samuel, who answered, "Here I am." He ran to Eli and said, "Here I am, you called me." "I did not call you," Eli said. "Go back to sleep." So he went back to sleep. Again, the Lord called Samuel, who rose and went to Eli. "Oh, here I am," he said. "You called me." But he answered, "I did not call you, my son. Go back to sleep." Second time. At that time, Samuel was not familiar with the Lord because the Lord had not revealed anything to him as yet. Okay, he's still a young lad, so God hasn't revealed to himself to him. The Lord called Samuel again, so this is the third time. Getting up and going to Eli, he said, "Here I am, you called me." Then Eli understood because Eli has lived long, he's encountered God, so he knows, Samuel must be hearing something from God. And also, he's sleeping in the same room as the Ark of the Covenant. Then Eli understood that the Lord was calling the youth. So he said to Samuel, "Go to sleep. And if you are called, reply, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" Let's discuss that. If is a statement that it can happen again or it might not happen again. And for those of you who've actually had a Rhema word, the audible word of God speaking to you, and you ignore it, you're not assured of ever hearing it again. For those who've had visions and you refute it, you had a dream, a warning, and you're like, "Not dealing with this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't." There's an if to that. You might never, depending on how, with the weight in which you carry the message, you might never hear again. If you ever happen to hear from him again. If you are called, reply, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." When Samuel went to sleep in his place, the Lord came and revealed his presence, calling out before, "Samuel, Samuel." Samuel answered, "Speak, for your servant is listening." The Lord then said to Samuel, "I'm about to do something in Israel that will cause the ears of everyone who hears it to ring. On that day, I will carry out in full against Eli everything I threatened against his family. I announced to him that I am condemning his family once and for all because of this crime. Though he knew his sons were blaspheming God, he did not reprove them. Therefore, I swear to the family of Eli that no sacrifice or offering will ever expiate its crime. So, no matter how many sacrifices he brings, it won't be able to quench the crime that he has done. And this is also almost a warning to those who God has taught and brought up. And you have the information and you have the knowledge, and you're meant to share this knowledge. This is also a message to you. If you do not correct, if you did not reproof, of course, with a heart that is loving and kind, but you still have to do it, it is actually a crime before God. Samuel then slept until morning. When he got up early and opened the doors of the temple of the Lord, he feared to tell Eli the vision. But Eli called to him, Samuel, and asked, "What did he say to you?" Of course, now, what did he? He doesn't even say what God said. What did the Most High say? They both already know there's a message. Let's talk. What did he say to you? Hide nothing from me. May God do thus and so to you. If you even hide a single thing he told you, whatever God has said, may it happen to you and me. If you even just hide anything from me. So by this time, I think Eli is already sensing doom. So Samuel told him everything and held nothing back. Eli answered, He is the Lord. He will do what he judges best. So Eli accepts his fate and just says, you know what? What El Shaddai has decided, we do that. Samuel grew up and the Lord was with him, not permitting any word of his to be without effect. Thus all Israel from Dan to Beersheba came to know that Samuel was an accredited prophet of the Lord. The Lord continued to appear at Shiloh. He manifested himself to Samuel at Shiloh through his word, and Samuel spoke to all of Israel. So leadership has moved from Eli to Samuel. Let's look at chapter 4, the loss of the ark. Whew.